Hello. Okay. I posted the video earlier explaining how yesterday finally was able to go to Philadelphia and get the death certificate, and then we went to the Social Security office, and I mean he had to have known that I wasn't going to get his check until I was 60. So I mean we always there was. And I highly doubt I'll see 41. I mean, it's just, it's a big hit because that was the majority of the money, so that was going to be the rent. And then the check that I'll get for Vanabelle is 6, so I mean, that's helpful. And then there's some money from the government welfare thing that I applied for, but they're having a hard time with my case. They were supposed to. She didn't want to open a new case. She just said, we'll take his name off of the case and make you head of the household. So she was supposed to do that. That was a month ago. We did that pretty quickly. And I've been calling and I've talked to like a million different people, and they just keep saying she's working on it. She's still working on it. So when we went there yesterday, the receptionist was like, his name's still on it, and I don't know. And she was trying to contact her. She said she would be back on Friday, and I just kept thinking, he's deceased. Can't you just take his name off it? Or all this time, couldn't you just make a new case then? Because the main thing, they gave me a food card, and I'm thankful for that. That's great. But I applied for the cash assistance in the medical too, because I have my doctor's appointment once a month, which I'm going to have to stop going to, which really sucks because it took me years to find a doctor that I liked, because they were always all kind of mean to me or judgmental. And then I found Regina at Dr. Ware's office, and he's a great doctor. He's pretty known in these parts, and Don went to high school with him, and Don's brother goes there. So when his brother was living with us for a while, he recommended that I go there because I wanted to get off the pain pills for the scoliosis I have. So I went there to get on medicine to get off the pain pills. They were, your tolerance builds, and then they were getting addicting, and I had seen everybody around me, their lives just fell apart from that stuff. And I had been sober from drinking about 3 years at that point, so I didn't want to go through anything like that again. So I haven't taken a pain pill, and that was after Vanna's born. So 8 years I've been on that medicine, so I've been seeing her for 8 years. And for the past 8 years, when it was just me and Vanna in the house, we were far away, and it was kind of farmlandy, no neighbors. There wasn't internet, and I didn't have a phone. Don would just pick us up, but he stopped taking me places. So for years, I only went to my doctor's appointment once a month. She was the only person I seen. So I trust her, and I tell her everything, and she's wonderful. She's like a mother. She's very great. But my insurance and everything is Delaware, and because it was the welfare insurance, he doesn't take that for some reason. So for the past 8 years, I've been paying $100 a month just to see her, and I can't do that. So that's another loss. I really love her. But it's okay. Just a doctor's appointment. But so I have to do that, and there's some things that I have to get checked anyway, because when I was just a surrogate for my best friend, when I was scheduled to be induced, they messed everything up, the hospital again, and it was a whole ordeal. And after gave birth, I had to have an emergency C-section because they let me in the ER for 12 hours and let the preeclampsia develop. But when we got there, the main thing was my blood level was at a 4, and an average person is at a 12. And they said that wasn't pregnancy related. It should not that low. Like, you get anemia, but definitely not that low. And then they kept me in the hospital for 3 weeks because I pretty much flatline, was done. And they were working on me for a long time. And I remember looking over at Amber, you know, after all these years and everything that I went through, I remember looking at her thinking, this is it. And I gave her a smile, and I woke up and was okay. But I was supposed to go see a hematologist and find out what was happening and stuff. And now I gotta get on top of all that thing now because it's just me. You know, I kind of always thought if something happened, I was better off with Annabelle because he could provide for her and stuff. And that's what I was just talking to his daughter about that. She was saying some things, and I was like, well, I never thought he would die. And he always, when we would talk about it, if he wasn't, when I would be like, what's going to happen? What do I do? If he didn't say VA, VA, he would always just be like, you're going to die before I am. And because of all the health issues on and off throughout the years, I pretty much believe that. That's why. So I got to be healthy for Vienna and get stuff checked. So I got to figure that out. And they said I have the medical, so I can do that. My mom told me at doctor place she just went to that did everything, like everything. They give you the mammograms, they do everything that you're supposed to be doing there, all in the same place. So that's good for me, because that's why I never really liked going to doctors and stuff, because I mean, it's the same thing that I'm saying now. Everywhere you go, it's 10 more steps. You got to go see this guy to do that, and then you got to get this done for this guy, x-rays, but it's just so much. So I'll write his number down and stuff. I'm in the deli again. It's empty. The plan right now is to try and sell out like most of the stuff that Don had here, because a lot of the stuff he had here wasn't moving. And like I said, make it kind of like a low-key Wawa, just a little cheaper, but all the main stuff that's in the Wawa, the snacks, the candies, the ice cream, the primes, sodas, all that kind of stuff. I mean, he had a lot of cereal and canned goods, and there's just random things which you need to have for the SNAP to be able to accept the food stamps. So I'm going to keep stuff like that, but just limited, like just like Wawa does with that one aisle where there's like 2 paper towels and a bag of cat food and dish soap. Well, I keep doing that today with my S's. I don't know why. I never do that. I think I'm just really nervous and just drained. The ashes didn't come yet. I put a sign on the door that I'm next door, so if they come, if they're allowed to just please come next door so I don't miss them. And I keep looking out the door and stuff, but a FedEx guy came, but he didn't stop. I just seen comments this morning, because like I said, I'm still learning how to use all this stuff. And I just wanted to say that I was really appreciative of the support and the nice comments and everything. I wasn't expecting comments so fast, so that was cute. I was pretty cool. And a couple subscribers, people subscribed. That was cute. I guess it's exciting for me because I don't know what it is. I'm always late to the show is what I say. Something that's popular, like, I don't know, challenges and stuff like that people are doing, like 10 years later, I'll figure it out and start doing it, and it's be like over. It's old news, but it's exciting to me. So it's things like that. Um, but yeah, last night the landlord here gave me and Muhammad the new lease, and it's for 4 years, so the rent only goes up a little bit, and that's what we asked for. But the thing is, the landlord wanted the rent that Don was supposed to pay, so it was November, December, January, and February's, and then we're starting a new lease. But for some reason, to sign the lease over to me, he wanted that money. I even went to court, and the judge said blah blah blah, but it's just business, I guess. So he put that's on the lease that he wants to $4,000, and Muhammad was saying from the beginning that he'll pay that. And then I just wanted to make sure that because he said he's going to put like 30 grand into doing this, and he's someone that's very kind and was good and helped me while he was in the hospital, and he was Don's friend with the same business ideas, so I trust him, but I'm being careful of what to sign and not to sign, because my mom was worried, like, what if it doesn't go anywhere? Am I going to be trapped with where you're at least having to pay that rent then? And I won't have it. But if he makes the changes that he's saying that he's going to do, I really think that this place could be a gold mine. It has a lot of potential in this town, especially with what we want to do. Don didn't have the pizza. I was saying you need the pizza oven, you need it, and they are expensive, but good pizza will sell, especially here in this town. And it's a close-knit community too. Everybody knows each other. They gossip a lot. That's a bad thing. And then, but everybody looks out for each other and each other's kids and stuff when we're all playing. Like last night, we all looked at a picture somebody sent on through the moms, because the school's right across the street. A bad person moved in the area, and everybody wanted to see their picture to show the kids, if you see this person, don't do anything. But what I was saying was, with Muhammad, he said he's going to pay that money, and then I guess he's doing the rent, and then whatever, we're splitting the profit. It was supposed to be between him and I, but then now he has his cousin that's going to work, which I do need. I can't do it by myself because it's been way too hard right now. I'm closed a lot of the hours when I'm running around doing stuff. And then I have to take care of my own house too. I have the dog, I have the cat. So,